by the pipeline, which is down the street here on 12th Street, right in our neighborhood. They're bringing in a pipeline. But I want to get some hope out of this film, Josh. Thank you very much. But Mark Jacobson, you said, had a plan for New York State, and I want to hear how we can support it.
Well, let me just point out that our plan was published like 3 or 4 weeks ago in a scientific journal, and it was publicized very well by the New York Times and many other outlets. And really, it's a plan to not only, well, first our plan is for New York State, but we're also developing plans for other states in the United States. And it's to replace the energy infrastructure for all purposes, including electricity, transportation, heating and cooling, and industrial processes with wind, water, and sunlight, and electricity, producing electricity and some hydrogen. And it's really a plan that would create jobs as well as reduce air pollution mortalities. And the way to help, there are a lot of ways. Well, first we're trying to get it to policymakers. Policymakers are reading it now, and hopefully they'll do something. But individuals can also help by supporting the right policymakers that will actually be interested in solving this problem.
You should also know that this specific plan for New York State, two years ago or so, when the moratorium was lifted in New York, I was talking with some friends and also with Mark Ruffalo, and we were like, what are we going to do? You know, let's find the best renewable energy plan for New York State and just start working on that. And there wasn't one, you know. So we asked Mark, because he had written this plan for the whole United States, and I had interviewed him, would you look at this? And something called the Solutions Project was born that we are going to start to put out into the world. And when I go on tour with this film, we're going to talk a lot about how we can advocate for these solutions. Two of the people from Solutions Project are here tonight, Marco Propels and John Wank. You guys come up here anyway. Why not? Pretty soon the whole audience is going to be on the stage. The press will know that this was all rigged. But the Solutions Project, look out for that, coming from this amazing group. We're going to start dealing with that on lots and lots of different levels. I think there was a question here from this gentleman who I
Interesting haircut. My name is Caleb Bain. I'm Metro Dene, and Dene is up in northeastern British Columbia. My question is for the people up here who have fought so hard. I come from northeastern BC, where the largest frac operations on Earth exist. She comes from the tar sands, largest industrial development on the planet. What lessons can you guys offer us? What hope? What solidarity? What remembrances, cooperation can you give us in Canada? Because we're fighting the same thing as you guys are. And we're tied together now. Pipelines tie us all. And so I wanted to ask you, who have fought so hard and who participated, what you could offer us in terms of learning and memory and lessons that we could go back to our territory and keep fighting in our land.
Everybody hear the question?
Sorry, I speak low. That's my bad.
This is Caleb. He's fighting off fracking in British Columbia. And there's people here from the tar sands, and he's asking these families what they can do, what kind of inspiration, any tips. Okay, so who wants to take a crack at this?
Well, let me just say, as an individual who's been involved in public policy for over 3 dozen years, but has never lost sight of the fact that the reason you do it is for public service. Got to lean, all of us have to lean on those people that we've elected to do our business. They work for us. We don't work for them. And this attitude that is prevalent, certainly in the politics of this country and also north of the border, is that somehow we're beholden to them. Well, we're not. And we need to put foot down really hard. So make them do their jobs or get somebody else to do it.
We don't have any time left, but I want some of the residents to weigh in on this question of how do you stay in this fight? How do you keep positive? How do you carry on?
I think the thing that keeps me going is this extended family that I have, in addition to the family that I look in their eyes every day, and I know that I owe them something more than just making a profit or being sure that we're comfortable when we drive in our cars or fly in our airplanes. I came at this with a lot different opinion than what I have now. And what I've learned, I live on the Northern Arapaho Eastern Shoshone Reservation in Wyoming, is that the traditional teachings of respect for nature, respect for your fellow man, there's something alive that we're responsible for. We don't own this planet. We don't own the ground that we stand on. We're there to steward it for the amount of time that we have. Those are the things that I draw on and realize that no amount of profit is going to buy back the water once it's foul or the air once it's foul. And this isn't about the rights of a corporation to make money. This is about the rights of you to drink clean water and breathe air, the very essentials of life. Those are the things I rely on, the very basic things, because that's really what we're talking about. And I don't have a lot of use for most politicians. I think if you want something done, tell your story. Get your neighbors involved. Once you show them something like this, you can't unsee it. And that's a powerful thing, but it requires you putting yourself out there. And there's a group of people that you can lean on, and every person we add to that just adds to the momentum and the power that we have. And that would be my suggestion.